Hi everyone, my name's John Wright. This isn't quite, a comedy strip, and it's not a real, well, let's see, God has the way of teaching people lessons. I got to go over and talk to Mitch about this whole thing. Right here, St. Matthew's, I opened this up, and it's on 22. And right here, 2 and 2 is 4. I'm the fourth child. Matthew Thomas Wright, St. Matthew. So anyway, in hell. I couldn't even touch this Bible. I couldn't even touch the red writing when I was cursed. And I've been blessed so much by the Holy Father and everything that's happened that I want my blessing to be yours. I could understand Elvis Presley saying, I want my blessing to be yours. And I could see that Elvis Presley was giving away his items and stuff prior to his death, like a ring and stuff, and doing things and his antics and stuff. He could do just about anything he wanted because he was the king. Well, just because I'm the Holy Father's Lion King don't mean I can do anything that I want, because for number one, I'm a victim of circumstances beyond my control. I'm very humble to the Holy Father for saving me. I'm very humble to the people that I know here in Camas, and I do have a love for them, or I wouldn't even talk to them. And people that I won't talk to, I have no goddamn love for. Either I have love or I have hate, and that's the way the Holy Father is. And Satan and Eve's learning that there's only, there's love and there's hate. And me and Eve has a lot of hate between the two of us, even though we have some kind of love between the two of us because we're attached. As far as I'm concerned, Satan can have Eve, and it works out fucking fine for me in some aspects of what's gonna fucking happen. I told everybody I could play this one goddamn perfectly, and by the way, I told Mitch about, I feel that a tsunami can happen, and I mean at any time. I was being extorted, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, and God says, now you're going to be extorted now for what you've done to John, and this is what God's telling me. And by the way, I couldn't give a fuck about anything. I picked life over death. I picked peace over death. And as I say that, I'll just reach up here. I found these beads in certain places. Nice little one, far little for my wrist. And this one, it's a real dandy. It's really cool. It has two little things on it. I thought that was nice to find. But this one was the one that Eve left me, and it says peace, because Eve would have liked to had peace. Eve would have loved to had peace, because peace works for Eve. Peace works for Eve because there's a lot of things that, she gets out when I'm asleep. And by the way, she can get out and have a hell of a good time, I imagine. And I imagine in hell, being in the top layer, she doesn't feel no pain, and I don't think she's having a bad time either with the company that they're actually keeping. People that I favor is in the top layer of hell. So I know what kind of people that they're getting that I like. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne's not a bad choice, but Hulk Hogan, he went to the 5th layer of hell because he wanted to be a celebrity like Donald J. Trump. He showed up on TV, and we had a fucking little thing out down at the Rama, and the next thing you know, Hulk Hogan dropped goddamn dead. And he's the icon of the Republican Party at that point. I didn't like him at all. But I chose peace. And other people like Susan Jane Donahoe, and the people that she aligned herself with, and the people that aligned herself with and supported her, maybe you're playing a deadly game with the Holy Father, because you know, the Holy Father can knock down your fucking houses. He could fucking make a tsunami happen that's so bad that it could possibly nail Washougal and Camas, because I sure had visions on Friday the 13th of 2024, and everything I told you was true. I don't have to pull down the Bibles and stuff again, although I do have this Bible right here. I can touch the red writing. Oh boy, I was cursed so bad I couldn't touch that. I was having high-pitched noises, so goddamn terrible. God's so nice, he tells me if I say it, it will be so, you see? And I've been so mad that I've said lots of goddamn things that, you know, I could end up regretting. Just like Patricia told me down at the U.S. Bank. That goes by Patricia, Tracy, and multiple different names. I don't think that people should be using AKA different fucking names. You are who you are. Are you not proud of the fucking name that God gave you? Well, Yahshua is not no subtitle from Jesus, and Jesus is no subtitle from Yahshua. So that's the way the Holy Father feels. You know how I know? I know, because I felt the wrath. So I want this over because I give this over to the Holy Father now. The Holy Father's in definitely control, and he's pulling all the cards. And let's see, right here's the paper that I dated. You know, the date was right here, 10/17. I mean, this here is, you know, that was from Friday the 13th, this document. 10/17 of 40/24 is when the Holy Father Son's going to be back in the Yahshua form. I'm Adam right now. Adam and Yahshua is the same exact thing, and boy, I got the Holy Father's power is in me. I am in the Holy Father's in me, and all that good stuff. And I'll tell you another thing. Twin Star Credit Union I haven't ever been able to get into my Twin Star account, and also Twin Star and Walmart, I was having problems with them, and you know what? They grossly overcharged me over $1,000. If I wouldn't have said something, they wouldn't have ever gave me the money back, and the money went back into the Twin Star Credit Union. They were blaming them, they were blaming them, they were blaming them, they were blaming them. It seems like the same goddamn shit. I think Walmart, you know, I think Walmart's kind of a monopoly, and once you set up a monopoly that's so goddamn big, when they get in trouble, they're going to take down the rest of the goddamn companies too. And I feel that's the reason why you're not supposed to get so goddamn big to where one company going under can make the rest of the companies go goddamn down too. So anyway, I was always against Walmart getting as large as they have and not selling off their company and breaking it up to this territory, that territory, and that territory with this different company, that different company, and that different company, instead of just so massive that it could cause a problem with Donald Trump doing this with the tariffs and stuff. And I watched the thing on Walmart just the other day, and it's exactly what I fucking worried about on that issue. I don't really care about it because I don't deal with Walmart that much in a sense. I just assume buy my food from Safeways. I just assume buy my stuff from a store that I could drive right up and get rock star parking instead of get lost in a maze that they're trying to turn around. They got Walmart set up this way. They got one Walmart set up that way. Well, that's just bad as Safeways, I guess. They got this one set up this way, and they got that one the opposite way. The opposite items is on the opposite end of the store. Go figure. So I prefer to go to this one instead of going both of them. You know, I'll go to that Safeway just because I know where a couple items is, just inside the door where the bakery is, like the pie and stuff. That's it. But other than that, Washougal, I'll also buy my whiskey over there too, if they don't have it at the other one. But I'm telling you, I'd rather stay on the Camas side, because I like the store, and the people in Safeways is great anyway. There's just no problem with Safeways as far as customer service goes. They're just #1 rated, and I just assume pay a little more for a lot less goddamn havoc and bullshit. You know, I witnessed the grocery outlet just the other day. Tracy and the whole goddamn group stands outside of that fucking grocery outlet grocery outlet talking in a fucking wagon circle, you know, like that. Goddamn, that there's just fucking bad business for a fucking business. I goddamn tell you, the employees, when they're off work, they fucking get out that goddamn door, hop in your car, and get the fuck out of here. You're not supposed to sit out there like you're a fucking mob out there in front of a grocery outlet, and that's what it looks to me, and it's very goddamn laughable because I'm the Holy Father's son, and I see through that girl's bullshit and the whole fucking bullshit that they goddamn do. It's like an intimidation to the people that goes to the dollar store. It's no more different than a panhandler sitting outside the door because the grocery outlet, I wouldn't go to the grocery outlet again if their meat was $2 cheaper than it is right now, and they got a goddamn good deal on beef. But my friends that are not in a fucking cult party and that sees the golden light in what I'm saying, Yahshua's the Lord, inside the cup, outside the cup, probably never go in grocery outlet again because of the goddamn riffraff. Stick your fucking chest out at me and grocery outlet might get a meteor right through the goddamn roof the way I feel. I just don't give a fuck. I warned Mitch today about a little flood. I told him you might want to get up on your top thing. I don't know. I told him everything. Me and Mitch is honest. I've known Mitch for 14 years. That's a luxury that me and Mitch have here. And by the way, God Almighty's in control. Satan, Eve, and then myself. I'm the weak link, you guys. I'm the fucking weak link in this. You fucking pissed me off, and I'm the trigger mechanism to fucking killing all you people here on the West Coast. And by the way, I'm pretty sure that it's imminent. It is going to happen. How severe is really up to you. It's Yahshua inside the cup, Yahshua outside the cup. If you please the Holy Father, the Holy Father would please you. I told these here cops what I do with Citizen Jane Donahoe is I'd put her in a coffin and I'd throw her right into the incinerator to please the Holy Father in heaven, because that's how goddamn deadly it is. You fuck with me, I'm going to fuck with you. That's what the Holy Father's telling me. I'm just caught in the middle of it. I'm the rock between the hard place. You're in the hard place. I'm the rock. I get to witness it. The Holy Father's power comes through me. Satan and Eve will act appropriately. Rainstorms, fucking blizzards, whatever. You're going to get nailed. I'm going to fucking survive. I've been up to snow up to my fucking doors where it's open. It's just pushing fucking snow. You know what? I could take a goddamn lot more than all of you fucking can. In the harshest fucking winter, I will goddamn come through and you guys will fucking die frozen. Because you don't even know survival skills. And survival skills starts with Yahshua inside the cup, Yahshua outside the cup on this one. And hey, I'm D.B. Cooper's son. I'm John T. Wright. I'm the Zodiac Killer's son. And JFK was most assassinations connected to my dad. He was down there in 1953. He went back to Texas in 1963. He had fun. He likes killing people, I guess, you know. Killing people is so much fun. All that goddamn Zodiac bullshit. And it's fucking hair. Look, it's an inside job from the cops. Down. Drug dealers, cops, then they got us in the center. And it's all bullshit. Change your ways, because if you did what's right, it would be acceptable. Yahshua inside the cup, Yahshua outside the cup. And have a wonderful day. And who loves you? John does. Peak. Oh, Twin Star and Peak, you know, Twin Star, it first started out with a credit union called Twin County Credit Union. They moved to Twin Star, and now they're moving to Peak. And hey, I'm Space Mountain, and Tobec has been taken out, and it looks like Peak may be next. I hope they're not doing something wrong. But just like I claimed before, the beauty's in the name. My dad taught me this here. And Peak and Park. And I've been telling you about the Parkers. It's the Peak Park. Oh. Capital Peak. Anyway, I'm thinking, and you never know where this one may go, but I am telling the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Peak and Park, the beauty's in the name. And my dad And Satan and Eve has fucking been telling me this, and I confronted Diane and the other woman out in the parking lot at Twin Star. I don't have nothing against these women. I have everything against what's gone on because it's costed so much and so many people's lives. Hezbollah's in Morton, Washington, so is the bowling alley with the hijackers' money was built there and all that stuff. I have residual effects. I found out I'm Adam from Adam and Eve. And you're having the Adam and Eve effect on the earth. And I try to explain myself really well, because if I don't do such things, maybe God may hold it against me that I never went that extra mile for you to save people before it was too late. And I work for the Holy Father explicitly, and not necessarily Satan and Eve, but all of us has to work together.